Hi, everybody. Welcome to my live. And today is Friday, September 6th, 2024. And I just wanted to come on here and see if anybody wanted to come and talk shawls with me. Because I am seriously obsessed with the Escape Shawl. So much that I have started my fourth one. I am blocking my very first one outside as we speak. I've blocked one already, and here she is. Isn't that gorgeous? This is just one of the most beautiful patterns I have ever seen in my life. These are called Catherine's wheels. Hi, Joyce. These are Catherine's wheels. I didn't know that until after I was already almost finished with my first one. Hi, Joyce. I was just talking about the Escape Shawl after I'm trying to get you to make another one. But I understand. You've got a list of things you want to make. Are they all shawls, by the way? What's on your list? I'm curious. It is so pretty. And wait till I show you the once the blocked one is dry, I'm gonna style it and take a picture of it and share it. It's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. Blocking it really makes a big difference. Yeah, and that first one that I started all with the same yarn and the tinsel, or not tinsel, the stellina through it, the one with the stellina and the really pretty colors. I used 3 hanks. 3. And I didn't realize until after I was done how different the 3 of them were. Fortunately, the first one I used was the lighter of the 3. The second one was just a little bit, I don't want to say darker. The blue in that colorway was either darker or a different shade of blue. And then the last one is significantly darker. But it looks nice because it almost looks like a border. It's really pretty the way it worked out. If that second section had been dark and then the third was lighter, that wouldn't have looked good at all. So I'm glad it ended up the way it did. So glad. So I'm just hoping you're going to answer me, Joyce, with what's on your list. I'm anxious to hear. In the meantime, I wanted to share the third one that I'm making. This yarn is made with a gifted hank that I received from Maureen over at Mo's Crochet. Working on a top, and then there's a lace top after that. Both knit. I'm joining a make along for a color work cowl. Then I can start a crochet blanket. I found. Okay. Whose make along is it? I don't know if I want to do color work. It's challenging enough for me changing colors row by row, having to figure out, what I'm going to do with it, whether I'm going to knot the ends, which is what I'm doing here, or whether I'm really glitching a lot. Do you guys see that I'm glitching a lot? I didn't do this earlier. Is it glitchy? I see it like, is it doing that? This is a brand new laptop. Anyway, so this is the third one, and the variegated colorway, not glitchy. Oh, good. Hi, Cheryl. Hi. I miss your face. I really miss your face. You really should come to Kearney on Sunday. We're having crochet group. I wish you'd come. I wish you'd come. I miss you. So anyway, this is the third one. And Cheryl, you should make this. Hi, Diana. Not seeing glitches. Good, good, good. I don't see glitching. It's always so busy for me on Sundays. Well, busy with what? That you can't spare 2 hours? 1 to 3, 2 hours. I know you live far away. I know where you live. I don't think I'd want to drive to Kearney either. I want to go out your way and buy some soap from Casey, but it's just too far for me. Hi, Ivy. Wow, we got 7 people in here. And are we all going to talk about shawls? That's what I want to talk about. I have 10 shawls, so I cannot finish. That's my problem. I start and then I want to start another, and I want to start another. So anyway, this one, as I was saying, the variegated was, I don't know if you watched my last video, I think, my Happy Mail video. But this colorway was given to me by Mo's Crochet, aka Maureen. So I recommend this pattern so much. I want it to go, I told my friend today, I want it to go viral. I want everybody to be talking about this shawl because it's so unique. I've never seen anything like this that's got all these rows of Catherine's wheel. It's very unique and so stinking pretty. And when you block it, it blocks really nice because it's pretty stretchy. Why are you horrible at shawls, Cheryl? Why are you horrible at them? This one is so pretty. I can hardly wait to finish it. But I'm not liking the knots. I don't like the knots. But I don't want to carry. The second one I did, I carried the yarn up, and that didn't look good either. That one I just showed, I didn't like how that worked. So mine are awful. How are they awful? Take a picture and text it to me. I want to see what you mean by awful. So anyway, here's the gifted yarn. It's so pretty. It's just gorgeous. And then I'm using a compatible green, which is the same brand of yarn from Zen Yarn Garden. And it's a merino cashmere and silk blend. I love them. I do too. I could start a shawl every day. I could start one every day. I just love making them. So because this is why I wanted to come on here and talk about it, because, okay, so I shared the shawl with my friend. And then I've got another friend who mostly makes blankets and works mostly with worsted weight yarn. So I shared the picture of, I think, the green shawl with her, and she said how pretty it was. I said, if you want to make one, I can send you the pattern. So she said, sure. So I did. Or no, I printed it. And after I printed it, I asked her, I said, do you have some fingering weight yarn? She sent me a picture of some yarn she had draped over her finger, and it looked more like a 2 weight, and it didn't look, she said it was soft, but it just didn't look, I don't know. It just had a look to me that didn't look like it would be good for this shawl. So I decided I would give her some Twister Solid in 2 different colors to make this shawl. And when I went to bed last night, I thought I'm going to go ahead and start it for her. So I grabbed the main color and a 5mm hook because I wanted it to be, she's not going to want to block it, probably. So I wanted to make it loose enough so she wouldn't need to. Well, I didn't like how the 5mm hook was working with it. It was just too open. To me, it was. So I decided I would grab 2 other colors of Twister and make my own. So this is number 4. This is a really, really super dark green. I don't know if you can tell. Super dark green. And then this one, I believe, is called Seafoam. These are both from Hobie Twister. So this is like a really pale sage green. So I thought I'm just going to make one of my own with that and see how it works up. And I'm doing it with a 4mm. And this feels so much different than the wool. It just feels cozy. So I think I've already asked her if she has a 4mm hook. She does. So I'm going to tell her to use the 4mm to make hers with. And I think that looks kind of nice with 2 solids. And the color I'm giving her are 2 different shades of orange. And so it's a real dark, like a burnt orange. And then one that's a little bit lighter, not a bright orange at all. So I think she'll really like that. And I've got more orange if she needs to make it bigger. So anyway, that's why I wanted to come out here and talk about shawls, mainly the Escape Shawl, trying to get y'all on the bandwagon. I know Joyce already made one. And hers was gorgeous. The one that I made with, let's see, by the way, the sea glass T pattern comes in crochet or knit. I've not heard of the sunglass or sea glass T pattern. Sea glass T. So I'm guessing that's a top. Anyway, I took a picture of my first Escape Shawl that I made with one colorway that was all variegated. It really turned out pretty. And my friend Jeanette said that one was her favorite. So I've got 3 other Escape Shawls planned, all 3 with 2 hanks of yarn that are coordinating. One is the variegated and then a solid to go with it. 2 of them are kind of in the teal color family, and then the other one is like a red and beige. Those will be really pretty. Yeah, you will, Joyce. It's great retiring. You can just do whatever you want. Yes, 3. That's how obsessed I am with this shawl. It's just, it's time consuming, but it's easy. Maureen, I was just talking about you. I'm going to share my shawl that I started. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. It is like the perfect combination. You should make one. I know you could make one. I'm trying to get everybody I know to make one that likes to make shawls. And I know you like to make shawls. Yeah, you should make one. You only need really you only need like a little over 800 yards total of yarn. It's called the Escape Shawl. It's on Ravelry. It's a paid pattern. I will probably be gifting them. They're too fancy to donate because they're going to be wool. So I'll be gifting them, or I may keep them for myself. I don't know. But I don't have the opportunity to dress up fancy. You should check it out, Maureen. It's easy, but it's time consuming because the majority of it is single crochet. We'd love to see your escape. Yeah, Maureen, you should make one. Joyce has made one. I have finished 2. I've got 2 more going. Oh, I didn't show you the other one. You might have just popped in when I shared it. Here's another one. This one's made with Twister Solid. This is a cotton acrylic blend yarn, so it's quite stretchy. Like it, like it. Hi, Ellen. How are you? Boy, we got 9 people in here, and all of my good friends. All of my good friends. Ellen, I'm going to tell you what I've been telling everybody else. I'm trying to get this Escape Shawl to go viral, and you should make one. The sparkle yarn is from Zen Yarn Garden. I think you ordered from them, didn't you? It's from Zen Yarn Garden, and they still have, I believe they still have some, and what do they call it? Oh, what do they call it? Glitter? Something glitter. Yep, you should. You should. I want everybody, I want all the creators to make one of these. Any of the creators that make shawls, I want them all to make one. Because they're just gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Did you see this one? This is the second one I started, and the first one I blocked. And as I was saying, I carried the yarn up the side on this one, and I'm not a fan of how it turned out. I'm not a fan at all of how it turned out. So on this one, I am knotting it. On this one, I am going to weave in the ends. I know I'm not going to like that, but it'll look better. It'll look better, I guess. But I don't know how in the world you disguise those knots. And it's not so much the knots, it's the ends of the knots that poke out because you have fine yarn. Yeah, they are beautiful. And all y'all should make one. Cheryl, are you still here? She might have left. We're down to 8. Oh, yeah, you're still here. So Ellen, I saw what you said in VJ's live today, something about the Malabrigo project that you did. Are you still working on it? Was it a shawl? I made a short of my, oh, I need to look at that. Is that the Malabrigo one? You thought of make this. How do I get rid of this little heart that's in the way? Can I just drag it? The heart's always in the way. I haven't yet, Maureen. I actually thought about incorporating it into another escape shawl. That's an idea. I probably have a variegated that would go with it. Yeah, that's what you said. You were modifying it. You were making it shorter, right? I hear the dog. I hear both dogs. I might even hear human footsteps. Hold on. Okay. Bean went downstairs. Goober's in here with me. Say hi, Goob. There's Goober. Hey, Goob. Hi, Gooby Goob. What you doing? What you doing? Ah, I know. What you doing? Ah, say hi. Say hi. That's the Goober dog. Okay, you can hop down now. Okay, you gonna sit down? You can lay down. Okay, let's see. Oh, longer than the original. It's a combo of two of her patterns from Mazda. Oh, more power to you. He is a good dog, Cheryl. I can't say so much for Bean. Bean, we have had since the 1st of July, around the 1st of July. He gets on my every nerve. He's still a puppy. He's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. He's 8 months old. And he gets on my every nerve. But he's cute. Cute as button. But yeah, Goober's a great dog. He always has been. I can't even imagine combining two patterns, Ellen. So good for you. I don't think I could do that. Wow. I'm not knowledgeable enough in that area. So what are you doing, Cheryl, on Sunday? I wear my shawls with my jeans and tops. Yeah, I would too. Joyce, but I don't go anywhere. I would too. I would just, with the point in the front, I would too. And, oh, there's Bean. Hi, Bean. No, you can't get under there. Hi, Bean. There's Bean. What? You're a wiggle butt. He's a wiggle butt. That's the boxer in him. He's boxer and pit. Bean. They are not very different. Wanted a cape instead of a poncho for the fall. I wondered if there was a way that I could turn that escape shawl into a poncho. I imagine I could. I just don't know. I don't know what I would do. Anybody know how you turn a shawl into a poncho? I suppose you could do two shawls and then sew the tops together somehow. Sew the tops together and leave a neck hole. Yeah, make two and attach. That's what I was thinking. Then you'd have to make two of the same. That's worse than making socks. Yeah, because then you're going to have that would be a four-pointed poncho, right? That would be a four-pointed poncho. If you put two shawls together, because you'd have, this point and then the 2 points sewn together. Yeah, it'd be a four-pointed poncho, which I have one of those. I made one. Capes and ponchos. So can you guys tell the difference between this video and my last live with my new laptop? I'm so excited that I got it. It was a purchase quite on a whim. I would try to use this. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that, Ellen. I don't know if I could figure that out. All I would have to do is search for a poncho pattern that uses Catherine's wheel, or search Catherine's wheel in the round. I could do that. And then maybe modify the stitches so that it looks like the shawl. Someone smarter than me could figure out how to make the escape shawl as a poncho in the round. Yeah, it would have to be someone smarter than me too, because I can't figure it out. You have to be good at math. You have to be good at math when it comes to designing and all that stuff. Search the stitch, and yeah, I might try that, Ellen. Catherine's wheel in the round. I love that stitch. It's so pretty. It's a bit of a yarn eater, because you're putting 7 double crochets in a stitch, but then, the rest of it is single crochet, so it's easy. It's similar to Harlequin. The Harlequin doesn't have as many stitches, though, does it? You wouldn't have the patience for what, Maureen? Designing? Me either. I don't have the patience or the smarts. My hat's off to anybody who can design crochet patterns and knit patterns. That just takes a special person. Okay, Joyce, I'm so glad you popped in. It was good to see you here. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you comment on my videos. I'll be shooting one tomorrow with my next Expression Fiber Arts order. I can't wait for that. Harlequin is somewhat square. I'll have to look that up. I know Crystal did something with the Harlequin stitch. Maureen, that shawl you did with the yarn that you sent me, wasn't that a bag a day pattern with the flowers? It was a wrap, I believe. I think it's bag a day, and I looked it up yesterday, and I've already got it saved. I might try doing that. There are so many pretty patterns out there. Yeah, let others do the work. I agree. There are so many pretty patterns. Yep. Crystal's red. Yep. How long did that take you? And how much time do you spend a day crocheting? I bet nobody crochets as much as I do. Well, maybe. People that have a business, they have to. I'll have to look that up, the Harlequin stitch. Ooh. And are you keeping that wrap for yourself, Maureen? It is pretty, but I agree that the pattern kind of gets lost in the variegated yarn, but it's still pretty. Oh, okay. Yeah, I okay. Maybe 3 weeks. Had to frog half of it. Not sure. I'd like to give it away. You mean as a gift? Well, yeah, if you give it away. It's nice. I mean, you could even wear it as a scarf. You wouldn't even have to open it up. You could, as thin as that is, you could just wear it as a scarf. That would be pretty and keep you warm. By the way, has anybody heard of the app called My Row Counter? It's amazing. I absolutely love it. So much I paid for the app. My Row Counter, Cheryl. It's a great app. Um, not only does it keep your screen on, I love that part. Keeps your screen on if you have it running and you can see it, it will not time out. Number two, and probably my favorite feature, is you can put a bunch of patterns on there. So if you're working like me, if you're working on, I don't know, I've probably got 10 whips in there. I probably have at least 10. And it saves your progress on each one. So, wherever you are row wise, it saves it. You can put notes in there so that you can put your hook size in there. You can import the pattern. If you've saved the pattern on your phone, you can import the pattern. It's awesome. And I don't think it was that expensive, but that's what I'm going to use. That's much easier for me to use than the clicker type. My Row Counter. It's on Android. I don't know what it would be called on Apple if it's even there. It probably is. But that's a great app. That's an awesome app. Cheryl, what are you working on now? More hats? We're getting to be close to hat season. Oh, let me show you this scarf. I made this scarf. See, it's glitchy on my end when I move. When I'm sitting still, it's fine. Maybe my frame rate is not right. I don't know. It's like a ripple scarf. It was prettier before I blocked it, but it's still nice. It's pretty long. And washing it kind of softened it up a little bit, I think. I'll have to look it up, Maureen, and let you know. I can't remember right off the top of my head. And my phone's in the other room charging. Let's see, whose pattern was it? I don't remember. I'll look it up and I'll email it to you. Hi, Diane. I will be whipping hats out on my Addy. Got it for a deal on Amazon for under 140. Nice. That's nice. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a little bit softer, Maureen, because it's got alpaca in it. But it's kind of itchy. You're new here. Well, welcome. I'm glad to see you. And it's good to meet you too. Oh. Here's my magnet that Maureen sent me. The surfboarding turtle. I'm going to move his sticker. Even though I'm just going to turn it around. Isn't it cute? Maureen, do you know what kind of rocks those are? Super cute. Red on the bottom. Blue and orange and yellow on the top. He's so cute. I'm going to move him up here because I don't want him. He's so cute. So what's everybody else working on? Anybody working on shawls? Got 2 Centros not too long ago, but have not even tried them yet. Was hoping to make preemie hats. All right, Diane, Centros are very finicky. I will tell you. They're very choosy what kind of yarn they'll like. They do like the Dollar Tree yarn, I'll tell you that. I have one just like that on my desk. My husband's name is Turtle. It is easy to use. Of course, all I've done with mine is make hats. But if you're going to be making preemie hats, did you get the small one? Because if you got the full size 48 pin one, that's too big for a preemie hat. It'll make regular hats, but it won't make preemie hats unless you want to learn. Oh, good. Oh, you got small and a large one. Oh, nice. I've wanted a small one. I want to make some socks. You're working on a wrap. Premier yarn. Yeah, if it's hard to explain. You're just going to have to play around with different yarns and see if by the, I don't know, maybe 5th, 8th, 10th row, you don't have any tucked or drop stitches, then you're fine. You'll be fine. If If you're struggling turning the handle, I wouldn't force it. I would imagine your local hospital would take preemie hats. I would imagine they would, as long as they're not wool. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. Just watch some videos if you haven't already. Watch some videos. Every time I pull mine out, I gotta watch a video again on how to start it and how to end it. I always forget. Um, but yeah, you can whip out lots of hats on those. Oh, I would dare use a drill on mine. Not unless it was a yarn that I know that it wouldn't drop or tuck a stitch. And I don't really keep any acrylic in the house. So I would have to specially go and get tree yarn. And now they have the 1 pounders for $5 at Dollar Tree. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. The wrap I'm working on is called Two Skein Granny Rose Wrap. Huh. Two Skein Granny Rose. So it's all granny stitches? Okay, good. Yeah, that yarn, although some I took mine to our crochet group here locally here a while back, and I was helping this little boy use it, and I was noticing I took a bunch of different colors. Some of those yarns are stiffer than others. If it feels stiff to you, it's probably not going to like it. So I had like a blue that was stiffer than like the yellow I had, and it was dropping and tucking stitches. So if it feels soft and not stiff, it should work. Every other row is a granny. Okay, so um, yeah, some dyes do that. I've heard about that. So what's between the granny rows? I like making wraps. Yeah, there's a gal at our crochet group. She brings her Centro, and she just whips them out like crazy. And her husband has even started working with it. Going to make something to eat. Take care, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Thank you so much, Maureen, for coming in. It was good to see you here. I should be getting a box or a bag out to you hopefully very soon. I don't know if it'll go tomorrow, so it may not go till next week. I still don't know what I'm sending you, but it'll be soon. It'll be soon. Half double rows between the grannies. That sounds easy. What kind of yarn are you using? 4 weight? 4 weight yarn? I'm not fond of 4 weight yarn. I like the fine yarn. Oh, Diane, since you missed it, I may as well show you what brought us here. This is what brought us here. The Escape Shawl. This is my obsession. This is my current obsession. This is my third one. I've already done 2. Here's one. Isn't that gorgeous? That's gorgeous. And when I first got on here, I said that I want this to go viral and I want all the creators to make one. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So there's that one. And then I started a fourth one with 2 solid colors. Beautiful. And it's easy. No, it's not my pattern. It's called the Escape Shawl. It's on Ravelry. It's a paid pattern. Escape by Lena Fedotova. But if you type in Escape Shawl on Ravelry, it'll come right up. It's $8, but it's obviously $8 well spent because I'm going to have 4 of them at least. I've got 3 more yarn combinations bagged up, ready to go. Oh, you don't have to. Just type in Escape Shawl. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And the yarn she uses is Malabrigo. I want to say Malabrigo Makita, but I just used a fingering weight yarn and a 4mm hook. She recommends a 3.5. Do I sell them? I would. I've actually got that one on Marketplace right now. I would, but I don't know anybody that would want to buy them. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the yarn that she has in the pattern is just over 400 yards per hank. But this one was made with 2 hanks, 400. I think one hank was 400 yards. This one was 400 yards. This one was 420, I think. So just over 800 yards. Yeah, I agree, Diane. It is pretty. But be watching my channel because I'm going to post a picture of the one that I have currently blocking outside, and it is all the same colorway, but it's variegated with a little bit of what's the name of that? Oh my gosh, I can't think of what's called. Metallic thread. What's the word for it? Lurex? No, it's thinner than Lurex. I can't remember the name of it. Ombre? No, it's not an ombre. It's just a variegated. It's just a variegated yarn. I use variegated all the way through it, but it's got a metallic thread in it, so it's sparkly. If you go to my community tab, I might have shared a picture of it. So it's pretty solid. The picture, if you go to the pattern, she has pictures of both ways, a variegated and a solid. And the colorway she used made it look like peacock feathers. It's absolutely beautiful. Stellina, yes. Keep wanting to say tinsel or tinsel. Yeah, it's Stellina. So, yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I wished I'd set it out sooner to block it because now the sun's down and I don't think it's going to be warm enough to dry. Yeah, she even says what color what color Malabrigo yarn she used. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. It was like the name of an Asian country, I believe. I can't remember. But yeah, it looks like peacock feathers. It's beautiful. So I'm trying to get anybody and everybody to make this pattern. just because it's so unusual, it's unique, it's beautiful, it's easy. It's just time consuming because it's 98% single crochet in the back loop primarily. Yeah, there's 4 rows of single crochet back loop, and then the 2 rows that separate the 4-row repeat of the single. The 2 rows are the Catherine's wheel. So the Catherine's wheel consists of 7 double crochet together to form the bottom, and then between the wheels, that's all single crochet. And then the next row on the top is the top of the Catherine's wheel, which is 7 double crochet into the eye of that 7 double crochet together below. It's very easy. No, it's not all that bad, except when it's fingering weight yarn, it can be challenging. Catherine's wheel hates you. It's so easy. I love the Catherine's wheel. It's my new obsession. Yeah, it's really pretty. Yeah, with the fingering weight yarn, you could do a 1 or a 2 weight. My friend Bernadine used a Yarn Art flowers cake to do hers. She used 2 cakes actually. So hers is really big because I don't think she blocked it. So she used 2 Yarn Art flowers cakes and a 5mm hook. I'm using fingering weight yarn and a 4mm hook. She recommends a 3.5. A 3.5 was making it too stiff. You can block it, yes, and the stiffness would go away, but why not just go up to a 4, block it, and it'll be that much drapier, right? I mean, this one's pretty drapey. And believe me, it was stiff before I blocked it. It was really stiff. I should be wearing this. Why aren't I just wearing this? So pretty. I still need to sew the ends in. Oh, it's so pretty. Gorgeous. Oh, there. Yeah. It's so pretty. This blue is Matisse Blue by Malabrigo. And then the variegated is from Zen Yarn Garden. I'm not really a blue fan, so that's funny. You think it suits me. I'm not a big fan of blue, but of all the blues, this is probably my favorite blue, royal blue. I love a good royal blue. I just finished a shawl using 2 weight. No more of that for a while. Really? I love using 1 and 2 weight. That is my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. I lay awake at night thinking, what can I make? And I think about my fingering weight yarns. Seriously, I lay awake at night thinking about that. Yeah, it doesn't bother my eyes. 3 weight's okay. I like sticking with a 3 or below. And 2 years ago when I started this journey, I never would have imagined, never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that I would be making something like this, for one thing, or that I would prefer such thin yarn. I never would have imagined it. But, we learn as we go what we like, right? I don't know about better stitch definition, Diane, but it's just, I like the drapiness of it. I just like the drapiness of it. But, not too many shawls are made with 3 and really 4 weight. Not too many shawls are made with 4 weight yarn. And if it is a 4 weight yarn, it's going to be a winter shawl only. So, these can be worn year round with a 1 weight. Thread for Doyle. Yeah, thread. And I only got this to hold it double with another yarn or with itself. I don't think that I want to use the thread by itself. I mean, that's like a lace weight. I could hold that double with another lace weight. Blue. That's not the right. Well, no, that's not really the right blue. But that's a lace weight. I love that. Silky alpaca lace. I got a heck of a deal. Yep. And it's not so much the thread, it's holding the hook. Holding the hook would be too hard for me because I have a knife. I do a knife hold. Ellen, do you do pencil or knife hold? And Diane, that same question to you. Pencil or knife hold? Everybody who's ever watching, put in the chat if you're a pencil or a knife. Mima D. Dawn. Hello, all beautiful people. Can't stay, but wanted to stop by and give 2 thumbs up. Thank you, Dawn. I'm glad you joined us. Okay, you're a pencil. See, pencil hold, that would be a lot easier to hold that. More knife. I cannot do pencil. I can't either. And when I first started crocheting, I think I was taught with using a pencil hold. So right away, I started doing the crochet with the pencil hold. I started because I started getting those Annie's kit clubs. Well, after I got familiar with everything and got comfortable, I had some blanket yarn that I wanted to work with. Well, I discovered that this big ass hook that was needed for this blanket yarn, I couldn't hold like this. So I held it like that. And I just continued doing the knife hold. That was the evolution of that. So Diane's a pencil. So far, she's the only pencil. Diana's pencil. Oh, she used to be pencil. Had changed to knife due to arthritis. I'm self-taught with a booklet a long time ago, with a dolly booklet or doily. Self-taught. Well, I learned on YouTube University. I don't think I could have learned from a book or a pattern. There's no way. And I don't think I would have pursued that. But I kept getting these ads for Annie's kit clubs. And I thought, I had been thinking anyway for the previous several years that I wanted to start that craft. And I must have said something out loud because I kept getting these ads for Annie's kit clubs. So I decided to order one. And yeah, the video tutorials on there, that teacher was terrible. I couldn't follow her for nothing. Mom taught me when I was young. That's how she taught me. I was taught from a family friend who was a nun. But everything I know now from YouTube. Yep, same here. I've learned everything I know from YouTube. There were only patterns when I learned. Yeah. And then you got to learn how to read the patterns, Ellen. That's why my Annie's Afghan still in the box. I still have my squares too in a box. In a tote somewhere with my other squares that I will probably never do anything with because I don't want to sew anything together. Again, I didn't know that at the time. Yeah, YouTube University, that's the way to go. For sure. I'm going to shut this door. Okay, phone link is ready for you. Start using your favorite mobile apps. I don't want that. Oh. I prefer tutorials too, Ellen. And some patterns are easier to read than others. Have you found that too? That some pattern writers don't write patterns very well. I hear Goober. I was telling that story the other day on my last video. One of this shawl pattern I'm doing from Expression Fiber Arts. The pattern read 5 single crochet. Okay. Ellen, if you saw that, what would you do? If you saw 5 single crochet, comma, and then the next, whatever the next stitch was, what would you do if you saw that instruction? I've been trying to wipe patterns so that I can learn to read them. Oh, you're trying to write patterns so you can learn to read them. Yeah. Right? That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That's what I would have assumed too. That's my first thought was 5 in the same stitch. No. It was 1 single in the next 5 stitches. Why wasn't it written that way? I had to watch the tutorial to figure that out. If that tutorial hadn't been there, I would have had to frog. I would have gone ahead and done the 5 in the 1 and figured out at some point that wasn't right. So, and then she did it again later in the pattern. There was, starting the next row, there was a stitch, a chain 1, and then a 5-stitch cluster. So what did she do? She wrote 6 single crochet. If I hadn't seen already what she meant the first time, I wouldn't have been able to figure that out. But again, I watched the tutorial to figure it out. I'd make 5 single in the next 5 stitches. I didn't know for sure what it was, Diane, so I watched the tutorial and Shandy spelled it out. So I was thankful for that. Oh, I was very thankful for that. But how often do you run across those kind of patterns? How often do you run across those? Usually the patterns on expression fiber arts are very easy to read. That's the first one that I've encountered that I was confused. What's your issue, Diane, with the wrap? I mean, it sounds easy. Grannies and half doubles. Oh, you have some EFA yarn? It's pretty. Her numbers aren't correct. I've heard of that too. My friend Jeanette did a pattern and she was working it up and the numbers weren't working out right. It wasn't symmetrical at all. And I thought maybe she's reading it wrong. So I tried it. Same thing happened to me. Some clusters. She'll redo it. That's aggravating. Ooh, gosh, excuse me. That is aggravating. Well, and what comes first, the pattern testing or the pattern writing? If the pattern writing comes first, then shame on the pattern testers because they shouldn't pass that pattern. I would think the writing comes first, right? The writing has to come first. So then you have pattern testers. So unless the designer is making shortcuts and not hiring pattern testers and just releasing the pattern without having it tested, right? That must be it. Ooh, why am I yawning so much? That must be it because the writing has to come first and then the testing. Yeah, if she had it tested. So she must not have. And you would think that Shandy would have to require patterns to be tested before submitted to her website. Up since 5. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you caught me too, Ellen. I was glad to see you pop in. Yeah, 5 o'clock. You've had a long day. Yeah, it's been an hour. I should probably call it a night myself. I need to go work on this beautiness. It's after 9. Oh, it's only 6 here. Yeah, you've had a long day, Ellen. Have a nice weekend, Ellen. Nice to meet you too, Diane. When I'm doing a new item, I write it as I go. Like I said, I'm trying to teach myself how to read them by writing them. And Cheryl, can you read charts? I have a pattern that I want to make, but it's only a chart. There's no instruction, and I can't read charts. And I would love to make this pattern, but I can't read. I can't get past the very first row. You have a good weekend too, Ellen. Thank you again. Yeah, I have a date with a shawl. Okay, well, Cheryl, let me tell you how this one looks. So the symbols aren't the problem, okay? So the very bottom row has the chains, right? And it's going, I'm talking about going from left to right, okay? And then it goes up the side on the right with, I think, 4 more chains. So are those 4 part of the beginning chain or what? I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't going to try it. And now I don't remember what the pattern is. I'd have to go back and look through. I finally got a binder and page protectors to put my patterns in. Finally. It's not Tunisian. No. Nope. It looks like a simple pattern. Goodness. Cheryl, do you have any interest in making one? Mm-hmm. You should. You should. Is it fingering weight? Of course, I suppose you could make it with a heavier weight. Oh, good. You should try it. Text me your email address and I'll email you the pattern. I know really we're not supposed to do that. The designer would have a cow. I had to stop make hats to make. Too many on hand. I know we're friends. That's why I want to share it with you. I'm going to be dog sitting in Kearney, Cheryl, starting next Thursday for a week, 6 days. Where is... One. Okay, what was that noise? Oh. Okay. I've got your email. I'm on work travel again next week. I got notification on here that you texted me. What kind of job do you have now? I forgot. I'm sure you told me. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to change yarns. That's why I put it down. I gotta change yarns. Working for an IT company or of Virginia, working with veterans files, scanning them to digital. I think you told me that. I just forgot. That sounds familiar. So is it a government job? Sounds like it would be a government job if you're dealing with veteran files. But with slow times right now, I'm working on site doing box maintenance. We're contracted by USA, contract work. So, not government. Excuse me. Yes and no. Do you get paid by the government? Or does the government pay the company and then the company pays you? Probably the latter. I only ask because Jeanette, who goes to our crochet group, she used to work for the VA. Hi, Bean. Hi, Bean. Hi. What you doing? Oh, you want a treat? I've got treats for you over here. Where are they? Where did I put them? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Do you want a treat? You want a treat? Sit. Good boy. Is that good? Is that good? Oh, oh. I'm spilling. Okay. Sit. Good boy. So I'm guessing the company gets paid by the government? Goober, you want a treat? I see. Do you like your job? You want another one? You better sit. Gooby. There you go. That's all. I don't have any more. Nice. You know, that's about the only good thing that came out of COVID. People got to work from home. I know when I worked, before I retired, I worked for Bushnell. So many people wanted to work from home. Because all we did was customer service. We were on the phone all day. Why can't we be on the phone at home? Let me do my job at home. I drove every day from Kearney to Overland Park. That was a long drive. And one time I lived in Excelsior driving to Bushnell in Overland Park. That was like 70 miles each way. That was a long, long drive. It does make a whole lot of sense. It saves the company money in a lot of ways. They don't have to, their utilities are going to be less. Do you have to give your employees the equipment they need to do their job? Yeah. But the equipment is going to be paid for anyway because it's got to be in the office. Gardner, oh my gosh. That's a heck of a drive. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. No bathroom or yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't have to. So many good benefits of letting people work from home. But then you don't have, there's a downside too. You don't get to socialize with coworkers. That was probably the best part of my job was, I made a lot of really good friends at my job. And, then I retired and I don't have that anymore. Yeah, my sister, she went to school. No, Bean, go on. You can't have those. She went to school for medical coding, and now she works from home 5 days a week. You are not an introvert. Who are you trying to fool? You are not. I don't. Who told you that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I never could have told that from you selling your soap at market. Of course, you weren't a carnival barker either, like some vendors out there. Um, are you still making soap? I'm an extrovert introvert. You're not making soap anymore? Or yes, you are making soap. See, that's the other reason you got to come to Carney on Sunday. I need some soap. I need some soap. I have the shampoo bars, but I need some soap. I have decided I don't want to use store-bought soap anymore. I don't want I can't get rid of all the chemicals, but I'm gonna mitigate it where I can. So soap, shampoo, deodorant. Oh, you do? Oh, darn. I've heard of lotion bars. I don't really use that much lotion. And when I do, it's this. This is pretty good stuff. It doesn't have parabens or artificial colors. And it's made with plant-derived moisturizing ingredients, essential oils, shea butter, glycerin. I don't take baths. I only take showers. So wouldn't have any need for a bath bomb. I never really understood people who like to lounge in a bath anyway, because how long before your water's cold? So you have to get it piping hot so you can take a nice hot bath because it doesn't stay hot. Yeah, you can let it out and put some more in. No, I'd rather not. And then your butt gets sore from sitting in a porcelain tub. No thanks. Coconut oil, maybe a fragrance. Okay. Well, I don't think I'll be I don't think I'll be doing the bath bombs. Have you looked into making, probably not, but have you looked into making those uh fragrance things that work in the shower that release the essential oils in the steam? Have you looked into doing those? I've never used one, but I've been curious about them. I've got a dog here next to me, but I can hear the back door just open. I used to make those. Worlds of Fun. Oh, you did Worlds of Fun. They did a vendor market at Worlds of Fun. I can't believe he's laying here next to me. Oh, you can't see him. I didn't know that. Of course, I don't go to Worlds of Fun. They have nothing there that I want. Who else is in here? It says I've got 4 people in here. We've got Cheryl and 3 lurkers. Anybody else want to say hi before I shut her down? Been here almost an hour and a half. That's probably going to signal everybody else to leave, right, Cheryl? Well, if you can't come this Sunday, maybe you can pencil it in for 2 weeks after this Sunday. What about Saturday the 21st? What about Saturday the 21st? Oh, hi, Diana. Granddaughter due very soon. Congratulations. I've got another one coming in January. You are going to be a granny. Good for you. This is going to be my second granddaughter. Oh, hi, Jen. I didn't even know you were in here. Trying to watch 3 different lives. How do you do that? You put them all on different tabs? I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, I know it's your first. That is exciting. Do you know what it is, Cheryl? Boy or girl? People just don't even want to be surprised anymore. I didn't know with any of mine. All of mine were a surprise. Girl, Paisley Ann. That's a pretty name. I'm expecting a girl also. It's not easy. Yeah. You have to be the ultimate multitasker, Jen. Oh my goodness. Who else is doing a live, Jen? Yeah, Cheryl, we're having a girl in January, and they've pretty much landed on the name Emma. So Ben is the oldest, and then Claire is the next, and then Emma. I tried to get them to pick Amy or Amelia. She didn't want Amelia. It's very common. I'm not a fan of really common, trendy names. Emma's not really trendy, but it's common. But they are giving her, so Claire has my middle name as her middle name. So this one has his mom's middle name as the middle name, which is Jane. So Emma Jane, that sounds good together. Yeah, I'm excited for her. And Cheryl, if you pray, keep her in your prayers, because I want to I want her to be able to carry it full term, because she had this. So I'm kind of concerned how that's gonna. There's too many reports of women losing their babies, or I don't want that to happen. That would be just the saddest thing in the world. Little Treasures by Nancy and Kiwi's Crochet Corner, but I counted 17 lives. Oh my gosh. 17. You have no time to crochet. I guess you're crocheting while you're watching. You know what I'm saying, Cheryl? Yeah, it makes me a little nervous. But, God has plan. God has plan for everybody. He has a plan for everybody. And we have to trust in his plan. That's what I keep telling myself. We have to trust in his plan. We may not always like his plan, but we have to trust it. So it's in his hands entirely. No breaks as a supporter. Yeah, there are constantly lives going on. I don't think it was like this 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, I don't think quite as many people were doing that. Yeah. And Jen, do you make shawls too? Since you're chiming in, do you make shawls? I don't know how you follow that many lives at once. Oh my goodness. I had the fair this week, so I have to get caught up. No shawls. Okay. Well, do you like my escape shawl anyway? This camera makes me wonky. I don't know which way to turn. Okay, Diana, thank you for coming in and saying hi. Have a really good weekend. Get plenty of sleep. Sleep is important. Get plenty of sleep. Thank you, Jen. I know it's pretty. And I'm trying to get it to go viral. Diana, I hope to see you again soon. Watch for my video I'm going to do tomorrow when my Expression Fiber Arts #2 comes. But there's only one bit of yarn. The rest of it is, 2 bits of yarn. And then I ordered a pin and some stitch markers. So be watching for that video tomorrow. And then I need to be on a no-buy for the rest of the month. Gosh, this is so weird. It is pretty. And I really want other people to make it. I really want other people to make it. It's so pretty and unique. Congratulations. What were they? Was it wearables or was it amigurumi? Congratulations. I don't even think that we have county fairs here. We have state fair. Are you saying yeah or yay, Cheryl? Do we have a Clay County fair? And if I don't live in Clay County, can I participate? Ray County does. Do you have to live in Ray County to participate? And has it already passed? You probably have to be a Ray County resident. Where is it? Do you know? I'll look it up. Ray County Fair, Ray County, Missouri Fair. There should be a Jackson County Fair. I'm in Jackson County now. There should be a Jackson County. There should be a county fair everywhere. Okay. Okay, Cheryl, I got your email. So I'm going to email you that pattern. I posted pics on my community tab, doll dress, purse, keychain, a bottle holder, dolly wall hanging. Oh, I might be interested. Doily wall hanging, a wrap, and I'm going to have to look. I will go look, Jen. You'll test it for me. You'll love it. If you can get past the first 6 rows, you're good to go. Of course, with any pattern using fine yarn, the first couple of rows is always challenging because you have nothing to hold. But if you can get through the first 6 rows, the rest is easy. And the first 4 are just single crochet into the back loop only. Your increases are 2 on each end and then 3 in the center. So you do 4 rows of that. And then your next 2 rows are the Catherine's wheel, which start out, and the Catherine's wheel rows go through both strands, not back loop. So you have 2 rows where you go through both strands, the whole rows. So it starts out with 2 singles on each end, and again the 3 in the center, and then you count in. So when you're starting on your left, you count in, after your increase, you count in 2. So you do singles in the first 2, then you chain 3, and then you do 7 double crochet together. Have you ever done that? Have you done multiple doubles together? If not, you can look up a tutorial on how to do it. You do that, and then you chain 3, and then you single into the next stitch next to it and into the next 4. So you have 5 singles in a row after each wheel. But when you're first starting, you only have 1 wheel on each side. So you'd have 2 stitches to the center, your 3 in the center, 2 after that, and then chain 3, and you do your other Catherine's wheel. Good. And then the next row is the top of the Catherine's wheel. So you start the same, the increases on the ends, and the 3 in the center, that never changes. Increases on the ends, going through both loops. And then in this case, you have 3 singles. And then you jump from your 3rd into the eye of the 7 double crochet together, and you do 7 double crochet, not together, 7 individual double crochets. So that creates the top of the wheel. And then when you're done with your 7, and you got to make sure these wheels you have 7, because if not, and if your count's not right on the wheels, you won't know it until you get back to doing the wheels again. Unless you want to count your stitches every row, which I don't. So you go from doing your 7, jump to the next stitch, and you do 5 singles in a row. Yeah, because you've got the 5 below. So you single into the 5 that were below, and then you have your next Catherine's wheel to put another 7 in. And then you'd have So on the lower part of the wheel, you have 2 stitches before the center, 2 stitches on the ends. On the top Catherine's wheel, you have 3 on the ends, and then 3 to the center, and then 3 in the center. It's super easy, I promise. Facebook link to vote for me, if you will, so I can earn money. Oh, okay. I'll check that out, Jen. I will definitely check that out. I definitely want to see what you entered and what you won. That's exciting. I would love to enter this in a, I don't know if it would win though, because I carried the yarn up one side and it just looks terrible. It doesn't look good. I wished I hadn't done that. That's the downside to doing 2 colors. So Cheryl, if you do it, I would pick a really pretty variegated and just do the whole thing with that. That's what I would do. Okay, I need to go too. Thank you. Love getting the word out about crochet. Me too, Jen. And this shawl. All right, Cheryl. Well, you have a good time Sunday with your family. And I'll email you with that pattern. Good night, Jen. Good night, Cheryl. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming in and joining us tonight. You have a good weekend, okay? I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you soon. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care. Love y'all.